Alright, so when it comes to tradition and technology, um, one topic that really spoke to me and um, really like kind of drew my interest was the fact that baseball could possibly go to a strike zone that is automated. Now, baseball is one of the oldest sports. It's America's pastime. It is a sport that has tons and tons of tradition that has passed on from the very beginning when it first started, and back in the Babe Ruth days, and now to our days with Mike Trout and Bryce Harper and all those other stars. And with um, in the news, Joe Madden recently said that he would be open to having baseball go to an automated strike zone. And this has kind of been a thing that's been off and on um, as far as being discussed in the past probably 5 or 6 years. And it's really kind of starting to gain steam with the fact that baseball added instant replay and stuff like that. And you know, the biggest thing that the Major League Baseball is facing is the tradition. You know, umpires have been a part of the game, obviously, since the very beginning. They've been calling balls and strikes, and a lot of people just don't really necessarily want that change. Now, it could definitely help the game as far as consistency goes. Now, reading up on some things on an article on MLB.com, they actually kind of discussed some of the different possibilities, and with the new technology now with pitch tracking, it's called Pitch FX, and it can actually track the strike zone using the center field camera, the center field television camera, and then it kind of just matches the strike zone based on what the MLB says the strike zone is. Now, some of the only things that they said about it was that the strike zone, uh, it could be challenging because it couldn't be the same for each batter every at bat, because depending on how their stance is, their strike zone is going to change. So there would be a lot of variance as far as what the strike zone actually is, because players change how they stand. Especially like a batter that would hit that's a switch hitter, be hitting from the right side and left side of the plate. That would kind of throw some things off. And I mean, there's still a lot of work in progress as far as that goes. But there's a lot of curiosity, a lot of skepticism, and views are um, very kind of out there and indifferent on both sides. And Joe Madden bringing up that comment kind of helped push forward the topic and bring it back up again to the discussion. And also uh, TV broadcasters, TV broadcasts also use like Fox has their Fox tracks, and so it's really become a big part of the game, and it's uh, it's something that has to be decided between the MLB commissioner and all of the owners, to whether they want to ditch the tradition with the umpires and go with this new wave of technology, or if they just want to keep the tradition. And that's a thing that's been brought up multiple times throughout the different topics that people have posted on Vigo, and that have kind of been reflected upon in the book. So it's it's an interesting topic that many people are very curious as to what's going to happen in the future, whether baseball will actually follow through with having an automated strike zone, or whether they just decide to stick with their tradition.